So this right here is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, the reincarnation of the Note series. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the design. So the front and back of this phone is made out of Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. It's got an aluminum frame and the back has a frosted matte finish that helps keep all the fingerprints away. This phone is IP68 dust and water resistant. It's got an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. It's super fast. It supports wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. And I'm a fan of the shape of this phone. I like the rectangular chocolate bar shape with the clean camera cutouts on the back. It feels like I'm holding something powerful, something substantial, something more like the real Notes, if you know what I mean. What makes this phone even more special is the fusion between the S line and the Note line. As you probably already know, this phone comes with the famous S Pen. Now with the S Pen, you can do things like take quick notes, sketch, precisely edit content, take selective screenshots, use air actions, which basically turns the S Pen into a remote that you can use to control the phone, so you can use it as a wireless shutter button and much more. So basically, you can do everything the old Note was able to do and more with little to no latency. So the Galaxy S22 Ultra is available in 4 different storage sizes. Keep in mind there is no micro SD card slot this time around, but the phone is available in 128 gigabytes, 256 gigs, 512 gigs, and 1 terabyte. This phone is also available in 7 different colors now. 3 of them are Samsung.com's exclusive, which are graphite, sky blue, and red. And the other 4 are Phantom Black, Burgundy, Phantom White, and green. So if you go to Samsung's website, you have 3 extra colors to choose from. I like the sky blue and the red colorway, but as you can see, I have the Phantom Black colorway, and it looks pretty good. As for the display, the S22 Ultra's got a 6.8-inch 1440p dynamic AMOLED display with a refresh rate of 120 Hz. It's a magnificent display. Just like on the Note 20 Ultra, the S22 Ultra's screen also slightly curves off to the sides. Some people like it, some don't. The curves are pretty subtle, so I don't really mind it. I actually kind of like it. I think it brings out a more seamless holding experience. The phone doesn't feel so sharp, so to say, at least not on the sides. The display on this phone is similar to the one you would find on the S21 Ultra with a slight upgrade in brightness. Now the S22 Ultra can get as bright as 1750 nits compared to 1500 nits on the older model. With that being said, outdoor visibility on this phone is outstanding. Here's a little comparison between the iPhone 13 Pro Max next to it. Both of these phones have their brightnesses up all the way. I even toggled on the extra brightness on the S22 Ultra, and as you can see, they both look relatively bright. No major issues using it outdoor. I also appreciate this straight up rectangular display. I find it a bit more captivating to watch videos and movies in than something like the iPhone 13 Pro Max with its rounded corners. The speakers on this phone is excellent, though it can get muffled quite easily when I'm gaming. It's just something you have to be aware of. Nonetheless, the S22 Ultra's got an amazing display, and it's definitely one of the best you can get right now.
There's no need for you to rush. You're already where you were meant to be. There's no need for you to think. The pressure is removed.
The S22 Ultra's got a 5000 mAh battery that supports 45 watt fast charging, 15 watt fast wireless charging, and 4.5 watt reverse wireless charging. It takes around 30 minutes to charge this phone from 0 to 50% and around an hour to charge it from 0 to 100%. In my use, I found this phone to be an all-day battery. On average, I was getting around 6 hours of screen on time with around 30% battery life remaining at the end of the day. I gotta hand it to Samsung, they are really putting in the work. I remember when Android quality photos used to be a thing, but That sure has changed with all the new software and hardware improvements, of course. The S22 Ultra has a quad camera setup similar to the ones you'll find on the S21 Ultra. It's got a 108 megapixel main shooter, a 10 megapixel telephoto camera with 10 times optical zoom, another 10 megapixel telephoto camera with 3 times optical zoom, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with laser autofocus. Photos and videos look amazing. It can take 8K videos at 24 frames per second and 4K videos at 60 frames per second. I'll be honest, 8K video sounds cool, but the way the camera takes 8K video is kind of, I guess you can say, zoomed in, but you know, you can definitely make it work though. I tend to just stick with 4K videos for now, and yeah, they already look amazing. What impressed me the most was the selfie camera. It's a 40 megapixel camera that can take stunning selfies. I mean, just look at this selfie right here. The S22 Ultra is on the left and the iPhone 13 Pro Max is on the right. And I don't know about you, but the S22 Ultra is looking really good. Dare I say, even better than the iPhone. One of my favorite features about the camera has to be the zoom. This phone is crazy with the zoom. Unlike my iPhone 13 Pro Max with its 3 times optical zoom, this phone has 10 times optical zoom. And if that's not enough, you can go all the way up to 100 times digital zoom. Sure, 100 times zoom might not look the best, but yeah, the zoom on this phone is crazy. It's almost like having a binocular with me at all times, and it's definitely one of the features that stands out on this phone. With all that being said, this is for sure one of the best camera setups you can get in a smartphone in 2022. In terms of performance, it's got a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset, an octa-core CPU, and Adreno 734 graphics, and either 8 or 12 GB of RAM, depending on the storage model. It's a flagship phone with flagship performance, so it keeps up with everything I need to do on a smartphone, from playing games on max settings to casually browsing the web while having another app open on a split screen view, or having multiple windows open while taking notes. Overall, it's a flagship phone and it does not disappoint. So, before I wrap it up, here are some of my likes and gripes about this phone. I like the color palette feature. It takes customization to a whole new level by changing the interface depending on the wallpaper. It looks so good. As for my gripes, the S Pen is on the left side, which kind of makes it awkward for right-handed people like me. It just, yeah, it kind of feels awkward. And of course, there's no micro SD slot. But yeah, that's just the day and age we're moving in. Cloud storage, or just get more storage. So yeah, that about wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.